Hmm.
All right, and we're back again. It's 5 minutes later. Block A has just passed through. It's time for day four, Block B, baby. And just like with Block A, we're going to take a look at the standings first of all to remind you how the Diamond Cup is going. That's going to happen in a couple of seconds when our screen transitions from the opening exchange. Of course, Ed, are you excited for day four of Block B?
Of course I'm excited. We already had an amazing Block A, and now it's time for Block B. And just look at these points. Bill, Nemeth, and Nero from Devil May Cry with 0 points.
Well, we're going to take a look. And at first place, we have Vlad, but we should know that Vlad had one more match than each and every other competitor. So we'll see how long he is able to keep the first place his. We have Eddie Charisma at the second place. We have a tight third spot uh, for Mike Hansen and Jirija. Then we have Dylan Mason with 2 points. He just as Barnes, Sander, John, Justin, and then we have Bill with 0. And tonight we're gonna have a couple of exciting matches. We're gonna have Jiraiya versus Mike, so they're gonna figure out who will have the first spot uh, forever.
Yeah,
We have Dylan
wow.
Mason squaring off against Sander Cool, so one of these two guys will go to 4. We have John Dreamfield taking on Justin, so the same applications goes for there. We have Bill taking on Eddie Charisma. Eddie, of course, with 4 points. Only had 2 matches though, so
Yeah, but
he is
he's
at
doing
a
good.
he is one of the few competitors together with John Dreamfield and Dylan who only had 2 matches. So
Yeah, but he also has 0 loss. The only guy that has 0 losses, a guy that nobody really thought anything about. Eddie Charisma showed the world that he is somebody to look out for.
yeah, and then we have Vlad Michaels, our current number one, taking on Barnes Reed. So we'll see if Vlad is able to hold on to his number one position here at day four. So 5 incredible matches coming your way, and we're gonna start right now with Dylan Mason versus Sander Cool. Of course, both these competitors have 2 points. Uncle Sam here against the purified version of Dylan Mason, I should
No, no,
say.
no, no, no. Uncle Sander.
Uncle Sander, sorry, versus Dylan Mason, who has been purified by the light. I think we could call it a little bit, maybe. No.
Are you calling him purified?
Well, he has been going from all dark to all white. So what should I call it? Dylan Mason has there's a meaning behind the way he goes out. So him ditching the all black, going for all white. And he has been changing the way he talks to the UCW fans, the UCW competitors, the board of directors. He's completely making a 180 on how he portrays himself and how he handles himself. So yeah, I think we should say that he's kind of purifying.
So, Dirty Ducks purified Dylan Mason. I just want to get this clear.
Yes, that is
All right,
indeed
well,
what I'm
there you,
saying.
there you have it. Dylan Mason got purified by Sven Dirty Ducks for defeating Dylan Mason in a grueling match. And I mean, I know it changed his ways, it changed the way he looks, it changed the way he acts. The way he looks at things now is just completely different. This man isn't the same as he once knew him.
No, but
And he hated.
that's what I'm trying to say. That's literally
I
what
know.
I'm saying. So you're
I
agreeing
know.
with me?
Yes, I am.
It has been a while. It's been a while. So we're gonna have Dylan Mason squaring off against Uncle Sander. Of course, both have 2 points. Sander has one more match than Dylan Mason. Of course, Dylan Mason only had 2, as if Sander has competed on all 3 days as of now.
Let's look at the history, son. Let's look at the history of Sander Cool and Dylan Mason. They once faced each other, son. Do you remember that match?
I actually fondly remember that match.
You
I said I fondly remember it.
Oh.
That I remember clearly. It's
I
one of
remember.
those. It's the only World Championship opportunity Sander Cool has ever had.
Yeah.
It's also one of the shortest World Championship matches in history. And it is the one where Dylan dreamt about losing, then waking up, then beating Sander within a minute.
Indeed, that is what I'm talking about right there. Do you think that this man, with the shades on his look, and the shades, well, apparently having a really big beard and like it's out of thin air, do you really think he's gonna defeat Dylan Mason?
Well,
Do you think Sander Cool has a chance? Are you behind Sander here?
when you were watching Kingdom of Hermitage, did you assume Dirty Dutch would be able to beat Dylan Mason?
Well, I didn't assume.
But did you
I
think
knew
it could
that
happen?
yes.
Alright, so anything is possible in wrestling. We could
Not
see
with Sander
a
Cool.
surprising
Not with
roll-up
Sander Cool.
and Sander
No,
picking
no,
up the win.
No.
Well, we're gonna see
That's-
what is going to happen. Sander's charging in immediately with a big clothesline to Dylan Mason. It seems like Sander also is trying to forget about what happened in August last year. The final dollar! The final dollar! The final dollar by Sander Cool here on Dylan Mason. This could be the upset of the century.
for it.
The
What
upset,
the hell
the
is going
heist, the heist. Now going for the power, the dominator here on Dylan Mason. 1, 2, and a kick out by Dylan Mason at 2.5. And Sander is out of the starting fire like a rocket here. And again going for the
Sander
cover.
didn't even give Mason a chance to breathe. That's what kind of man he is. It's just pathetic. Mason was just there, still stretching.
Oh, small package
And a roll-up.
here by Sander Cool. 1, and a kick out by Dylan Mason at 1. Well, what do you want to say? To me, like the match has started. Once the bell has rung, everything is legal between the ropes.
Look at Sander. He
And again,
keeps going
small
for these
package 1,
roll-ups.
and again a kick out. This time at 2 by Dylan Mason.
That was still a kick out at 1, Sonny. You really need to check what the referee is doing. Another roll-up. This is just Sander really wants to take his win. But wait a minute. Mason rolling
Mason
up.
now with the roll-up.
Mason rolling-
And Mason has beat Dylan Mason has beat Sander Cool. I was almost trying to say that Dylan Mason beat Dylan Mason, but that's not really possible, only in the multiverse. But for now, it's Dylan Mason squaring off against Sander Cool and leaving with the 2 points. I'm scrambled because of the fact that Sander Cool on 4 different occasions almost had Dylan Mason.
Sander didn't have Mason kicked out one every single time.
He didn't kick out at 1 after that final dollar dominating combo. He kicked out at 2.5.
No,
that was the
no,
closest that Sander has ever gotten
that is the
to a victory over Dylan Mason.
Yes, I
that's a
agree.
victory
But then
for Dylan Mason.
Sander continued on with these roll-ups because he knew he couldn't defeat him in a normal singles match. He wanted to do it the cheap way, and Mason just turned it around and said, well, Sander, I can do it as well. The Devil got the victory right there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. You thought Sander was going for something in the down. Look at the rolling around Mason.
It's great. It's a very nice and smart maneuver. Very smart by Dylan Mason to keep this match short. It's probably one of the shortest matches on the Diamond Cup, but it keeps him fresh.
Still down.
Well, we just saw Sander roll out of the ring. He's probably disappointed in himself for not beating Dylan Mason, even though he came so close. But we're going to go ahead and on to our second match of the evening. It will be Mike Hansen versus Jiraiya. We have talked about this in the standings. They are tied up 4 points apiece. And the winner of this match will be catapulted towards the number 1 place in the standings. So a big match for both of these guys.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting match, of course. You know what? I'm going to say this. Mike Hansen is great.
Really?
Yes. I mean, every move he does is just perfect. It's just perfection. It's like Steve said, it's just perfection.
Well, that is indeed what his theme song is saying about him. Oh, and there's
Wait.
Jiraiya. Jiraiya lurking in the darkness during the theme song of Mike Hansen.
Famous last words already?
Well, it seems like Jiraiya is trying to get this one over very quickly.
The referee is like, not this again. This already happened with Sven.
Yeah, already Dirty Dutch during Block A Day 4 a couple of an hour ago did the same thing to Azrael, but Azrael was able to win that match regardless of what happened before the match. So the question
So
is Mike Hansen going to be able to do the same, or will the surprise factor in much greater for Jiraiya than it did for Dirty Dutch?
is history gonna repeat itself with a big knee to Mike's face? His perfect face, Sonny.
Yeah, the perfect face is getting a perfect beating here by Jiraiya. Of course,
No, 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 no.
I don't accept the fact that competitors are doing this. So after the Diamond Cup, I will make an announcement, a very, very smart announcement, a very big announcement that they don't need to do this. This is not what the Diamond Cup is intended to be for. As we see, the match is now officially on the way, and immediately a cutter by Mike
The
Hansen.
perfect cutter.
The
With a
perfect cutter.
perfect
Now
pin.
going for the cover and a kick out by Jiraiya at 2.5.
That was perfect.
It was a very good cutter. I cannot say that it wasn't.
No, 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 no. It was a perfect cutter, Sonny.
No, that's
Come
not
on.
what I'm gonna
Look at
say.
these perfect kicks. Perfect kicks. And going now for the perfect throw. Perfect shoulder. No! The perfect shoulder block. It countered.
How can something be countered if it's perfect? That redunds everything about the move.
No, 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 no,
So
no.
actually, it's only like 95% perfect.
Don't, don't, don't discredit Mike Hansen here.
I'm not discrediting Mike Hansen. I'm losing logic
I told you he is
to
well, okay. Thinking you want to jump off and then thinking, well, no, I don't feel like it.
Well, that's the whole point with Jiraiya at the moment, to be honest. So I kind of
Yes,
understand
it's
him
true.
doing this. He didn't even want to be in the Diamond Cup in the first place. Then on the day one episode, he beat John Dreamfield, and it seemed like, to me at least, that he couldn't even be bothered to celebrate after
Well,
that.
he beat John Dreamfield and he beat Dylan Mason. It is not
Yeah,
a small feat.
it's really incredible. The Jiraiya has had the best Diamond Cup of all. Even though he isn't at the top, he beat one, and I shouldn't say one, but two top competitors. One of them being the current world heavyweight champion. And I mean, I know that Vlad is on top, but damn, Jiraiya is a good number two, like a damn good number two of people whose Diamond Cup has been very impressive and should be very proud of themselves, even though this might be the best that he is going to do in the Diamond Cup. We're not sure. We can't be certain.
Perfect Enziguri. I'm
Of
going to
course,
continue
a
doing
very
it.
nice Inzaguri indeed. Not gonna call it perfect. There's always room for improvement, even with Mike
Not with Mike
Hansen.
Hansen. Mike
Yes,
Hansen is a
even with
perfect
Mike
man.
Hansen.
Perfect. He's just in every way, shape, or form. He got on the top 10 list. He was the first one in the most perfect man list by Vogue or whatever. I don't know how it's called.
Good to have your sources ready at an all-time notice ad here. No?
You just don't get it, Sonny.
I do get it. I think he's a very
I
handsome
mean,
man. Like,
you are on the low of the lowest. You are underneath with Sander and Bill
oh, don't over exaggerate here.
And Matrix, of
Oh,
course. We
I would
cannot.
be okay with Matrix actually. That's fine.
Well, okay.
Why should I be sad to be in the same group as Matrix? Matrix is one fine ass human being. He stands for the same things that I want for UCW.
And he's one of the
So
ugliest competitors ever to
who
be in the ring.
cares?
The people care.
The
That's why
people
the
care.
perfect
They're
Mike
watching
Hansen, perfect
for
Mike Hansen.
incredible athletes. They're not watching for smoky hot competitors.
There are people that are watching for that,
I know. And those are shadow people.
just like yourself. And a perfect pin once again.
But only this time a 2. So right now we have a stalemate. This match has been going on for almost 5 minutes as we see the perfect roundhouse knee again by Mike Hansen. 1 and a kick out at 2 by Jiraiya.
You
They
actually
haven't
called
been
it perfect.
able. Yes, because that's what he said I should call it if he ever hits it. That's one of his signature maneuvers, he said to me, to call it the perfect knee. So I'm doing exactly what he's trying to do, but I'm not sure if Mike Hansen is smart by grabbing the steel steps, because that would cause a DQ and a win for Jiraiya.
You don't want a DQ here in the Diamond Cup.
Well, no, but
But you
I
do what
think.
this is not gonna
Oh,
work.
wanted to go for a pile driver, but Jiraiya is able to reverse it with a back body drop.
No, Mike couldn't lift the weight of Jiraiya. I mean, look at that man and look at Mike Hansen in comparison. It is a big difference. This is David and Goliath, Sonny.
Well, it really is. Like, look at the size difference. When Mike Hansen was standing next to Jiraiya or across from Jiraiya, it was incredible to see how much difference there is in muscle mass between these two competitors as they are fighting on the outside. And now Jiraiya has sent Mike into the barricade. Very smart by Jiraiya here now to break or at least break the count for himself. And now trying to get the
Wait,
count out victory against Mike
come on,
Hansen.
Mike. Come on, Mike.
Maybe you should scream a little louder.
Why?
Maybe he can hear you. Or you don't
I
want
can
to
hear
help
you.
him. So you actually wanted to see him lose.
No, 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 no. Once again, you're twisting everything that I say. That's what you do.
No, that doesn't sound like Sonny.
Sonny is the biggest liar of them all. As Mike Hansen goes for the shoulder block again? No, he's not going to go for it. Perfect punch to the outside.
And now
Perfection.
it is Jiraiya who is lying on the outside as Mike Hansen is the one in the ring at this point.
And perfect elbow drop.
Well, they
You
are
find me annoying,
brutalizing
don't you,
each other,
Sonny?
so. Sorry?
You find that perfect annoying, don't you, Sonny?
Yes, I do. That's why I'm saying not so much at the moment, because I'm really annoyed by the fact you call everything perfect, even though it's a B plus
Because he
move.
is the perfect Mike Hansen.
That doesn't mean that everything is perfect. Oh, Jiraiya now. Jiraiya looking for something big here as he thrives. He thrives. He drives, I should say. Mike Hansen through the barricade. This is one of the most vicious things I have seen during the entirety of the Diamond Cup. Of course, in the beginning of this match, Jiraiya wasn't even looking to be clean about this match, attacking Mike Hansen before the bell had even rung during his entrance when he couldn't even defend himself. And now he thrives him through the barricade. Two vicious acts, but Mike Hansen isn't able to. But it seems like the referee is calling for the bell. This is a draw, a
Wait, what?
double count out. That means both competitors will get 1 point for this match.
I was still stuck in the replay.
Well, that
Well,
means
that means
a draw.
they're still at
They're
the same
still
place.
tied. They're still gonna be tied.
Wow.
Well, we have to go and move on from this match. Of course, this leaves another match open for the future, but we're gonna go ahead and as we see Nero entering the arena.
Oh look, you finally said it.
I said it like in day 3 as well. So.
Well, it doesn't matter. But now you understand that he is a cosplayer that wants to be as cool as Nero, but he loses every match that he gets in. So it's not gonna change, Sonny. It's not gonna change tonight. It's not gonna change tomorrow. It's not gonna change the day after tomorrow, or the day after that, or the day after that. This will never change.
Well, he is the only one together with Matrix to still have 0 points. We already saw Matrix earlier on this evening. He lost against Vinnie Jones. Now it's up to Bill to make sure that he isn't the last one with 0 points. So he has the opportunity to get points and to hopefully get his Diamond Cup running, because the first 3 days hasn't been that kind to him.
No, and then the next couple of days aren't going to be kind to him either.
Well, we're gonna see about that. We can only guess, as we see his opponent Eddie Charisma, of course, only having 2 matches, and he won both of them. First off, he immediately fought off Sander in like a minute with the quickest victory in the entirety of the Diamond Cup as of right now, and of course later on picking up 2 more points. So he has been on a roll, and he is relatively new to UCW, Ed.
And he is, and he has been doing absolutely incredible. He had the quickest victory in this whole Diamond Cup. I don't think anybody was quicker than him.
Well,
Versus
that's
I do believe. Yeah, he's been doing impressive for, well, not a new guy. I mean, we all know that he was formerly known as Hellbreaker, but he changed his ways, completely changing his name. He's now the amazing Eddie Charisma, and he is looking to get another few points on the board here.
that is indeed what he is trying to do. Now we see a big head scissors takeover by Eddie Charisma in the early going, of course.
Are you okay, Sonny?
I am. I'm just watching this match. There's a beautiful
Or
T-bone
are
suplex.
you still feeling a little bit dizzy after all those acid rainmakers?
The, are you trying to tell me that I lost against Jason Whiplash this week on Power Struggle?
I was even on your side. I was standing at your side, Sonny. And you didn't even have one single punch thrown.
Well,
I mean,
let me just say the following. All right,
yeah.
I did my best. That's all I can say.
But do you expect me to like fight in your honor now?
Well, I have heard some rumors that you will probably do that, especially after the taunting by Jason Whiplash to you being in my corner. So,
But do you think it will be for your honor?
well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you could if you wanted to.
I mean, I have been thinking about it, but you never know what's going to happen in UCW, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what's going to happen. Just like we know, well, yeah, well, maybe. We just know that Bill is going to lose. That's what I'm telling. I'm not excited for this match because it's Bill. Now, and everyone knows that me and Bill aren't friends. We don't like each other. He's
No,
an asshole. I'm fantastic.
well,
It's just
that's a bit that's a bit much, but of course we know that Bill hasn't been kind to you in the past. You know, we
no,
all
no.
know that you surprised him by beating him inside that steel cage on the Outbreak main event in February by beating him for the X Division title. In the end, it wasn't enough for you to hold on to the title. Bill was able to defeat you for said title, but
Don't talk about
it's the
that.
truth.
I had an amazing victory. The championship should be home with me because I'm the best X Division champion that ever lived.
I'm sure that people like Douglas, Adrian Peck, Bill even would disagree with you on that front. But we see a beautiful Michinoku driver by Eddie Charisma from the suplex position, so even more height than usual in a Michinoku drive. Very high offense maneuver here. And now, oh, he went for the corner clothesline, but Bill caught him and slams him down to the mat. And now it seems like Bill is trying to regain control of this match.
And a roll, no, not a roll up. I thought it was going to go for a roll up, but
I
just,
thought so too, but Eddie had different things in mind.
well, that's why we cannot read minds, Sonny.
That's true. We are not psychic. As you see, a corner clothesline. And now stomping down on the chest of Bill Nemeth. Of course, Eddie, he is looking for the perfect streak in the Diamond Cup. He is one of the only competitors still left with the perfect streak. Going for the cover. And the kick out by Bill.
I mean, it is possible that that streak is gonna end, but this is Bill we're talking about, and he just can't seem to pull that devil trigger. I'm not gonna
Well,
keep
that's
making references like this
yes.
unless
Well,
he
you
presses
know
normal again.
The Nero narrative more than I do, so I'm gonna just let you do most of the of those subtle references to a video game. But we see a big cutter, and Bill might be looking for something even bigger. Is he gonna go for it? No, he's first gonna go with a couple of
Well,
clotheslines.
that was
It
anticlimactic. Is
it
he gonna
looked
go?
like he
No.
was going for it. It looked like he was going for his patented roundhouse kick he calls the darkness demise. But he hasn't had much favor with it. He even missed it a couple of times during the Diamond Cup. So maybe his aim is off. Maybe his hair is in his face. I'm not really sure what's happening as we see a chin breaker by Bill. And now Bill in the corner, relaxing, waiting for Eddie to come up. But he might be looking. Oh, there he goes, the running knee strike by Bill Nemeth. And he is now going for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Oh my god, Bill Nemeth! The losing streak is over! The losing streak is over, and Bill Nemeth has defeated Eddie Charisma. So, in the same span that there was a losing streak ending, also the winning streak has ended. So both streaks have been terminated here on day 4.
Bang, bang, bang! Pull my devil trigger. He finally did it. He finally listened to the song.
I thought you were going. I thought you were going for the EC3 theme song of TNA.
No.
Bang, bang, bang,
no,
bang.
no.
Trigger, trigger, trigger. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Trigger,
No,
trigger, trigger.
no, no. This is Devil Trigger.
It would be
song.
great if somebody like make a cover for like
Nobody
Bill.
wants to see that.
Well, you know, like he gets really, really triggered. He is really triggered. He is really triggered. Because that's what Bill does. He gets triggered by everything.
Look at you laughing at your own joke.
Well, they always say that you should be able to laugh about your own jokes, because why else would you make the joke if you don't even think it's funny in the first place?
Well, you should probably laugh about yourself, because you are just a pathetic waste of space.
Well, no, I'm not going to laugh about that. That's just mean and really uncalled for. As we're going to see the leader of Block B, the number 1 at this moment, Vlad Michaels, going for his 5th match. He's almost at 50% done here at the Diamond Cup.
Yeah, and he has an amazing performance in 2 matches in the same night. Won both of them. And after that, the day after that, he won again. That's quick loss that he had by the hands of Eddie Charisma. Just, I don't know what it did. I don't know what vampires do to hype up, but it did something to this man's psyche. And he is feeling more powerful. I don't know. Can vampires feel more powerful? Can he?
I think I'm not sure how the rules of vampirism work.
Wait, no,
but
not again, Flat. Don't do it, Flat.
No, Flat.
I don't want to
Flat.
see another
Flat. No, Flat. Oh, damn.
Flat.
Oh, you can see it all over his face. He did it again.
Why do people keep sitting there while they know if Flat comes there, they're gonna die?
Well, I think people that have purchased a ringside ticket are very disappointed now that there's an imminent, feeling of death.
I thought you were gonna say they are disappointed that they didn't die. I thought you were
No.
that.
Not everybody is suicidal. But I mean, I have seen people die of boredom at WWE live events in the front row, but. At least they know what they signed up for. But It's one of those um, things where the tickets for the Diamond Cup have been sold far in advance before they knew there was a blood killing monster in it who would kill them if they were on the front row. So I'm not sure how vampires rules work. I mean, I have read Twilight. I mean, of course I have. Who hasn't? It's one of those
Me,
must-read books. Then you haven't
I've
lived.
never
But
read.
and I
But
have
I
seen the
know how
critically
awful
acclaimed
it is.
The Vampire Diaries, but
But
they both
no, no,
handle
no, no.
vampire
Those,
vampire powers in a whole different meaning. But I think
yeah,
in
they showed it
general,
as love stories,
well,
romantic love stories.
well,
It's pathetic.
maybe Vlad has a romantic love story with Kuela. I mean, we
Oh
know
my
that
god,
she is
no,
started to
no.
manage him, so maybe she's more than just his manager. We can't really be sure
I
about
don't want
that.
to hear
But
about
what we
this.
can be sure
I
about
I
is
don't
that
want to hear about your fan fiction.
I'm
I don't want
not
to hear
going
about
to
your.
tell you my fan fiction. I'll tell you that after the broadcast. The
No.
fact of the matter is that what I do know, and that's what I'm gonna say to you. What I do know is that anybody can feel more powerful once they build up a streak of victories. Vlad winning 2 times in one evening, that's probably the trigger for him to become even more powerful. He has more confidence in himself. He hasn't been able to really grab a hold of the singles division yet. And the Diamond Cup may be his ticket towards said goal, towards said championship. So we can only see. We'll find out as the Diamond Cup rolls on. But Barnes Reed, of course, he shouldn't underestimate Barnes Reed. There is a reason he is the best luchador in UCW, and that's
He's the
not
only.
because he's the only luchador. uh, maybe a
Well,
bit,
he is.
but well, there is another luchador though. There was a lot of luchador. El Hombre Fuerte was also a luchador, and he has been making
I
sure that
don't know.
he has dropped the hint here and there that he might want to return because he saw that Sander Cool was the United States champion, even though at the point that he made it known, Sander Cool already lost that championship. So,
Why would anybody return if Sander Cool is a champion? That means your company is going down the drain. That means it just turns to shit because Sander isn't the face of a company. Sander is
well,
nothing.
no, he's not the face of UCW. No, no, no. That's 100% true. He isn't.
Oh, you're gonna say you are the face, you aren't
Well,
you?
no, 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 no. Of course not. The face of the company is the man and woman who wear the top titles on said division. So, for the women, at this moment, it's Raven. And for the men, at this moment, it's John Dreamfield. He's our advertisement. He's our world champion. He is classified as the best of the men. And Raven is classified as the best of the women. Am I a recognizable face nonetheless? Yes. Many people
Oh,
see me on the streets asking me, why
see,
don't you give Sander
see,
Cool more
see.
opportunities? And I say, I want
Oh
to,
no,
but I
no, no.
can't because he had too many already. And people keep telling me, but he needs just one more chance. He needs just one more chance. And I keep telling them he needs
Nobody
to earn it.
says that about Sander. They say when are you gonna fire Sander? That's what they say.
Well,
Why are
nobody
you
said
lying
when
to
can
me
we get
here?
Ed back
Why
on
are
commentary, but I
you
brought you
lying?
back
No, no,
nonetheless.
no,
So
no. Everybody wanted me back. You saw the messages. You saw the fan mail. They wanted Ed back because they were dying of boredom of listening to you and Chip.
how? But why am I still here then?
Because I need to talk to someone.
Well, you can talk to yourself. I mean, that's what you do 95% of your day, right?
I never talk to myself.
Well, who do you talk to then?
Maybe to my wife.
Really, she's not sick of you yet? I mean, this was a Vegas wedding.
No, this was a Vegas wedding because we had a lot of desperados and we fought to cement our love right there in Vegas to make this moment forever. We kind of forgot what happened, but we are married.
Yeah, I know that you're married. I mean, I
We
know.
are
Like,
having
I'm
a
not
kid.
I'm not
A kid
discouraging
is
your marriage. I'm just saying, like, I think at commentary you can be really obnoxious, so I'm not sure how you can handle that like 24 hours a
That's
day,
because it's
7 days a
you.
week.
Everybody hates you. I cannot be
Nobody hates
normal
me.
around you.
Nobody hates
Everybody hates
Sunny.
you.
Make
Hashtag
that trending.
everybody
Hashtag
hates
nobody
Sunny.
hates Sunny. We'll see how many people.
Everybody hates Sunny. Hashtag everybody
Nobody
hates Sam
hates
Sunny.
Sunny. But
Yes,
we have
everybody
a
does.
match to focus on. Barnes Reed with the stretch muffler here. The stretch muffler submission on Vlad Michaels. And Vlad Michaels able to move out or get out of the submission hold. And now Barnes weaves the Irish whip into the corner of Vlad Michaels. Now a dropkick to the back of Vlad Michaels. Of course, we saw Barnes Reed. We know that he is one hell of a competitor. But what else do we know about Barnes Reed, Ed?
That he's a former commando of the United States Army, but he went on a dark path. He got fired there, discharged. He says honorably, but I don't know if I can believe that. I mean, army people are just not to be trusted. They're just not to be trusted.
They are the army. They're supposed to be the ones you trust 100%. What are you saying if you can't trust the
Because,
commandos?
because you know why? Because they are run by Donald Trump.
Well, that's right now. As you've seen, Enziguri now. Oh my god, a Hurricane Rana to the outside through the ropes again. Barnes Reed showing the incredible athleticism that we have seen from him this entire Diamond Cup. After that DDT through the ropes. Do you also want to learn this new maneuver, Ed?
Yes, of course I do, but I don't want Justin stealing the move again.
Well,
Justin
this time when you
spied
go
on
to
our
him,
training.
this time when
Justin,
you go to him, make sure that you close the curtains.
I don't know. Justin always finds a way to get in. It's like that meme you see, let me in, let me in. It somehow works for Justin, and he gets in everywhere.
Well, it's
He's
kind of
just
like your, it's kind of like the wrestling version, or
the Barnes arrow, and
and
it gets
Barnes
away.
Reed wins. Barnes Reed has dethroned Vlad Michaels of that first spot. The number one spot is now open. He isn't the only one anymore. That means we're gonna have some new people in the number one position, and maybe in time we will have a new number one.
The blood of innocence didn't work here tonight as the former commando turned luchador because he was so lost he needed to find a way. He saw the amazing wrestling style of the luchadors in Mexico, and he became a luchador, and now he is our very own luchador in UCW. And that isn't some made-up fact, because you think I made everything up. He told me this in private.
He told you this in private.
Wait a minute. He told me this in a live video on UCW.
He did now.
Yes, he
Well,
did.
okay. Well, that's gonna be what it's gonna be. At this moment, I have to congratulate, of course, Barnes Reed for picking up 2 points in the Diamond Cup yet again. 2 more points for the only luchador in UCW. And we'll see where that is going to take him as we see one last pose.
This is him shooting all the people in the army. Just say.
Oh, really? Alright.
Yes.
So, we're gonna go to our final match of the evening. The final match
Already
of day
the
4.
final match.
And it's gonna be John Dreamfield taking on Justin Perrault, the living legend and now the cleaner of UCW. I'm not really sure what UCW is filthy of, but
He still hasn't cleaned a lot, so
no.
I don't get it as well.
Well, we're not really sure what Justin is thinking. We can be 100% honest of that, but what we do know is what John Dreamfield is thinking, and what we can gather from John is that he has serious doubts of staying in the Brotherhood.
And I have to agree with him. It's not the best choice to stay in such a dysfunctional family. And I say family with quotation marks because it's not a family. It is just it's a dictatorship, just like you do to the whole UCW locker room. That is exactly what Aiden Zinda does to the Brotherhood.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But
Look at that!
we
You actually thought you were. Wow. You finally agreed on being a tyrant, a dictator in UCW. You
well,
agreed.
you're
You
not
can
gonna
never
let it
take
go.
that
I
back.
just might as well
You can
embrace it.
never take it back. You can never take
Sure,
it
that's
back.
fine. I'm
Everybody
a
knows
tyrant.
now.
I'm a tyrant, but what is happening under this tyrant? I'm the longest reigning, the longest sitting, I should say, it's not a title, the longest sitting general manager in all of UCW history. Even with a freaking president in the early days, they weren't able to keep this ship tight and squaring and sailing off into the sunset into the biggest waters that there is. Well, I have turned UCW from a tiny river, from a tiny creek, into a big ocean. That's what is happening under my reign, under my general managership. Not under anybody else's, but under mine. And yeah, maybe I'm a bit direct, but I'm trying to do what a GM should always do with his superstars, and that's pushing them and pushing them and pushing them to their absolute best to get them to perform to the highest level that UCW demands, that the fans demand, and that they should demand of themselves. Because this is not an indie show, this is the big leagues. This is the only place where you can see such a grueling round-robin tournament as the Diamond Cup and have 20 competitors who can go at it for 10 days straight in 10 grueling matches and still come out facing the world the day after. Maybe sometimes, you know, I step on a couple toes. Maybe I say some things that people don't want to hear, but that's tough love. That's what I'm all about.
You really like to hear yourself talk.
Yes, yes, I do. As our main event of day 4, Block B, is underway with John Dreamfield versus Justin. Justin immediately stepping out of the ring. It really doesn't feel like he wants to face John Dreamfield. And a Russian leg sweep on the floor immediately by John.
Maybe he cannot clean John Dreamfield. Maybe John isn't one of the people that he needs to clean. He only cares about cleaning the division, but what if John isn't the guy that he needs to clean for the division? What does that mean for this match? Does Justin just doesn't care? Is he gonna stop? Is he
Well,
just gonna
I'm, I'm,
stand there and watch?
I'm not sure how this works. I mean, he's been talking about cleaning, but he hasn't told us who he's going to clean. And he hasn't told us if there's any form of
I didn't
application.
see a mop. I didn't see a
No, I
mop.
didn't see a broom. I didn't see a mop. I mean, I want to believe that there is a plan for Justin. There's a plan in Justin's head. I mean, he has been hinting at having help, so maybe he knows something that we don't.
Oh
But
my god. Oh my god. I know what's going on.
oh no,
I know what's going
oh
on.
god,
I know whose help he's got.
all right, who?
It is the cleaner Kenny Omega. He has got Kenny Omega to UCW, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, the biggest signing in history.
Well,
The cleaner.
here this of course isn't just a t-shirt company. We also have like shows and matches, so that will be a step up for him after AEW fails and dies in like a week. But the fact of the matter is, of course, that we don't know what Justin is thinking. We also don't
No,
know
I
when.
just told you the truth.
Yeah, of course Kenny Omega is going to join because you know that I would know, right? Since I'm the one
No,
signing
you wouldn't.
people.
You wouldn't,
No,
because I signed him in
you
secret.
signed him, even though you have no right to sign people. You signed him.
Yes, I did. I stole like one of your papers, one of the contracts, and I just gave it to Kenny Omega.
All right,
It
so
is
in
possible
the
that we're
beginning,
broke.
with Pele kick, very beautiful Pele kick by Justin. In the beginning, with Vlad versus Barnes, you told me not to give my fan fiction of my own Vampire Diaries story, but you are giving me the fan fiction of UCW right here and there.
No, I'm not. I
Yes,
just
you
straight
are.
up told you I stole the contract. I
You
gave it to Kenny
stole the
Omega.
contract that I prepared for Kenny Omega, even though he isn't in
No, no,
UCW.
no, no, no. I forged it.
You gave him a fake contract. So he
Well,
actually isn't
it
signed.
looks real. It
It
looks
looks real.
real.
Did you also sign it with crayons?
No, no, no. I signed it with a pen.
Was it a rainbow pen?
It actually was, because Rainbow Wolf was right next to me. He said he wanted the Rainbow Glorious Kenny Omega in the Glorious Desperado connection, but he wanted to help Justin instead.
Well, I guess so. I mean, there's a lot of fan fiction going around tonight. Of course, if you want your own wrestling fan fiction, just post it on the Facebook page of UCW. Let's see what you guys can come up with as we see a beautiful Hurricane Rana takeover
Oh
by
God,
John
you
Dreamfield. John
opened
Dreamfield,
the
of course, our World Heavyweight
no.
Champion, only having one win as of now, as does Justin. So this win is critical for both competitors as we see a beautiful flying back elbow to the chest of Justin. And John seems to be looking for something that will end this match as we see a clothesline over the top rope. And now going to the
You
top rope
opened
himself.
you opened the pits to hell. Everybody needs to write their fan fiction. You are gonna see things you've never wanted to see in your life. You, I
Like
don't know
what?
what to say.
I mean, I know there's some Ed and Sunny fan fiction out there. There's some Sunny and Chip. There's the triple
Don't
fantasy
talk
with
about
Janie
this.
and her sister with you. So
What?
the internet is a dark place.
Don't talk
Okay,
about Vegas.
I'm not talking
Don't.
about Vegas. You're
No,
talking
no.
about
I
Vegas.
said nothing. I said no, no, no,
What happened at
no,
Vegas?
no.
Did you have? Oh my
Nothing
God, you didn't actually get married to her, did you?
No, I did get married to
Are you
Janie.
sure?
Yes, of course. Yes, I'm sure. I'm like 50% sure.
Oh my God, poor Janie.
Well, Janie is about 50% sure, so together we are 100% sure.
Well,
And that's what you do in
congratulations.
a
As we
relationship.
see
That's what
John
you do
Dreamfield
when you're
with
married.
Justin on his shoulders. The GTS. Go to sleep. Sweet Dreams by John Dreamfield. And now going for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. And John Dreamfield, after that Sweet Dreams GTS, has beaten the cleaner Justin Alperot.
Well, I already wanted to say this, but John had more to prove. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, and he has to be it for a reason. And he proved it here tonight once again why he is the World Champion. And
Well, after
Justin,
that initial setback, I think the resting day came for a very nice time for John Dreamfield because he was able to reevaluate what went wrong in his first match. He had multiple 24 hours to think about it without being focused on his day 2 opponent because he didn't have one. So now coming in, incredible for John Dreamfield to just being able to pick it back up again.
yes, it is indeed a fantastic showing for John Dreamfield. I'm not gonna say that wasn't the case. Of course it was. But Justin is probably too focused on Kenny Omega joining him as his best friend. I know you're speechless because
Well,
it's just
I'm kind of, yes.
such a great
I'm not really
friendship.
sure what to say to that, but what I can say is thank you all for watching day 4. Tomorrow we're going to be back with day 5 this coming Saturday and then day 6 on Sunday as we're gearing up towards Ultimate Breakdown. Of course, congratulations go to John Dreamfield for putting up 2 more points in his win column. And we're going to be back tomorrow for day 5. So I hope you're ready, Ed, for day 5. Then we're at
Hashtag we
50%
all
done.
hate Sonny. Hashtag we all hate
Hashtag
Sonny.
we all love
Sonny
Sunny.
is a
Hashtag
bastard.
we all love
Sonny is a
Sunny.
bastard. Sonny is a dictator. Hashtag it all, ladies and gentlemen. Get it trending. This was day 4 of Block B, and we will see you tomorrow.